please welcome to the screen, Ilaria Passeri.
Hello, thank you for having me, everyone. So this story is called Dead Pets, and it's all about those pets that we have when we're younger that die, and we learn something from all of them, don't we? So I'll start. So my little sister is stood in our garden and she says, "We are gathered here today to put to rest Rosie and Jim." Our guinea pigs inevitably passed away, so we did the standard thing of chucking them into a quick save carrier bag. That's a very, very cheap supermarket in the UK. And then we squished them into a cake tin. We then held a very earnest funeral in our back garden, and we invited every kid on the street, including Nathan on the end, that no one really liked. "We are gathered here today to put to rest Rosie and Jim." Nathan on the end sniggered. My little sister went mad. She became all pointed finger and dangerous eyes. Now, she was only about 2 foot, but she was scary. "Yeah, well, if you don't take this seriously, Nathan, you can fuck off." Oh, now, that was terrifying. She has always scared me. Like, we have no idea where she heard such language. My guess, Channel 5, a dodgy channel in the UK. Nathan on the end faked crying at the death of Rosie and Jim. He apologised, but he didn't need it. My sister looked at him again and said, "Yeah, well, you better behave yourself, Nathan. Nobody here likes you, you know." I mean, she was right, but we weren't even that keen on the guinea pigs, Rosie and Jim, or Nathan on the end. But don't feel sorry for Nathan on the end, because he recently got into crystals, so he's fine. Now, the guinea pigs, Rosie and Tim, were a gift from our errant father, the Italian. Now, he wasn't a normal father. He didn't buy us vegetables or new school shoes or pay for anything, but he'd always turn up with pets that my mum had to pay for and look after. One day, we were all sat in the living room and we heard the phone ringing. My mum answered it, and my errant father, the Italian, said, "Ciao, ciao, I have 2 guinea pigs. You will take them, 1 boy and 1 girl." My mum's Scottish, and she said in her Glaswegian accent, "Oh, hopefully not in the same hutch." And my errant father, the Italian, replied with, Si, same hutch, but they are a brother and sister." Now, that is a nice idea, but I'm pretty sure guinea pigs don't have the same moral compass as you and I. I mean, they see something, they will try to have sex with it. I have many friends who think and behave in the same way. Now, a whole year later of having Rosie and Jim, they died. We had that funeral, but we then decided to do something very normal. We dug them up. Curiosity just got the better of us. Now, I should have known better being the older sister, but I was morbid and weak-willed. My little sister, the scary one, said, "Ilaria, you do it." I said, "No, you." Fine. So I looked inside the carrier bag, lifted out the cake tin, looked inside, to be met with a face full of green mist, green dead guinea pig mist. Now, every time I'm ill or have a minor ailment, I immediately blame it on a delayed reaction to the dead guinea pig mist. I threw down the tin and ran into the house screaming. My mum said, "Well, what the bloody hell were you both expecting to see?" She's Glaswegian and she takes no shit. Now, all of this, we thought, we're not having any more guinea pigs, we've had enough. So we moved on to having a cat called Chi-Chi. This was another gift from the Italian. He didn't care. I remember when Chi-Chi the cat got parcel tape stuck to her, which meant that when I ripped it off, I had just performed my first bikini wax, aged 8. Well, you can imagine what happened to this poor cat. The Passeris, we shouldn't really have pets. They just keep dying. One day we looked out of the window and saw Chi-Chi the cat sunbathing in the middle of the road. But she wasn't sunbathing, she was dead. Another dead pet. Now, my mum did the very sensitive thing of picking up the cat, scooping her up, and her eye, and lying her out on the front lawn for us children to morbidly stare at all afternoon. Well, a few hours later, my mum went out to deal with the cat, but rigor mortis had set in. So it was a bit of a tricky one. My mum used our old Barbie box as a non-biodegradable coffin. Very clever. Now, the cat wouldn't fit. The cat was big, the box was small. My mum did the only thing that made sense. She snapped the cat in half to ensure a snug, albeit horrific fit. Now, I chose the wrong moment to walk around the corner and ask for a biscuit. My mum's foot was on Chi Chi the cat's stomach while she twatted her feline head against the concrete step. Hello, love, will you pass me that box? Now, I didn't want a part in this, but I'm such a people pleaser that I was suddenly an accomplice. So I think the moral of that story is, don't have pets because they die.